I just did all that talking with my microphone off. I love myself so much. I'm good enough. I'm strong enough. Gosh darn it, people like me. Okay, now that I have my microphone on, let's try this again. Hello, everyone. I'm Celtic to Nephew. You can call me Celtic. You can call me D. My pronouns are she, her, and I am your hostess for the evening. I am also a dungeon master on startplaying.games. So if you want to hear all the silly voices that I put here in your game, come check it out. So, how we left off. Last week I was in Dragon Con, which, by the way, amazing. Dragon Con, I think, is the ultimate nerd con. And it's not because it's like bigger and badder than all the others and it doesn't have the best celebrities or, I mean, maybe it does. I don't really follow. But it had so many different like layers. There was a science track, there was a space track, there was a tabletop gaming track, there was a writer's track, there's an urban fantasy track, there's a robotics track, there's classes on sewing and cosplay, digital media panels. I mean, every level of nerddom, I think, was included. Comics and anime, the cosplay was amazing. Took over like a massive neighborhood of downtown Atlanta. It was really fantastic. So if you ever have a chance to go, I highly recommend it. You will not be bored because there's so much you can do. You just can't fit it all in. I got to run a bunch of Adventurers League games, which was a lot of fun. That's where I got my start. Was running for Adventurers League, and I got to be Grung in the Epic. I was playing as an NPC, and it was just the most ridiculous Grung you ever did see, and trying to cause all kinds of problems and heartaches with the players. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah, if you ever get a chance, I'm going to try to write an adventure for next year's. We'll see if that happens. I got a lot on my plate, but you know, always keep trying and moving onward and upward. So that was last weekend. Apologies for no stream, but it was an amazing weekend. I am still recovering. But the weekend before that, we did have a stream over on Twitch. I'm trying to move here to YouTube now because it just seems a little bit more what I'm used to. So, on that previous stream, we had... Let's start at the beginning. Doman is an adventurer, sorta. She was raised on the streets of Waterdeep with the Slipstone Gang, a group of kids that all just, worked together, struggled, always hustling, struggling to get by. Everybody's of age now, so they've mostly got more legal jobs. But Doma decided she wanted to be an adventurer. It's like the shortest path to real gold, right? Like, those adventurers, they're always loaded with coin. And Doman wants to be one of them. However, she's not actually that good at it. She's we've kind of decided through the course of play that she doesn't actually like to dive in head first. She's very cautious, and that might be one of the reasons why she hasn't done so well. Trying to always go for the easiest way, the easiest coin. Adventuring seemed like the easiest way, but not really. Anyway, her friends call her. Well, they don't call her. This is Waterdeep. This is Faerun. But they do send a letter, and they get a hold of her, and they say, "Hey, we need your help for this big heist. It's really going to help us out." They don't tell her how bad they are in, but she does find some, like, an eviction letter, basically saying a note saying that they owe 500 gold for a diamond to res one of the gang. It's just, they're in a rough spot. So she's down to clown. She's ready to help out. And so her and one of the gang members, Latch Boy, were snuck in through the front. It was a tricky a situation of trying to pretend to be gravekeepers while not getting caught, while forgetting any tools that have to do with keeping graves whatsoever. Got the alarm level up to medium, which is not the worst ever, and heard and saw all kinds of craziness. There's so many other like groups and gangs that are trying to get this MacGuffin, and this is the last night that we can find the Deepwinter seal before the deadline to get Major Coin. I think it's like 600 gold, which for these kids is going to be huge. So oh man. I need to start getting up earlier on Sunday mornings and doing like just talking to myself, because my voice is always so bad at this time of the morning. All right, so we got in, and then we decided then we had to split up. Rufio showed up at the meeting place and said, "Hey, we're in a bit of a bind. I was just able to like run over and take care of want to let you all know that we're fine, but go on without us. We'll catch up." Which kind of seemed a little sus. A little less sus since, I did actually see all those gangs in this getting caught and everything. So maybe there's something else going on, but I really feel like there's probably another heist going on tonight or something. So, but that's not my problem. My problem is that we are now in this dank, winding cavern dungeon area. It is the catacombs under water deep. It's the old catacombs, because now there's been so many bodies that a wizard basically created a new plane to bring the bodies to. But this is the old. It's leaky, it's wet. I've been up to my neck in water more than once. I caught some sort of disease. I've run into all kinds of creepy crawly insects, and it's been a challenge. It's definitely been a challenge, but we found a holding cell and we're able to get into it. And in that holding cell were some bodies, and dead bodies, long dead, because this place hasn't really been used very much. But we also found a snowflake emblem. And this snowflake emblem is what most likely the key to the Deepwinter door, which is why we've been wandering around these cavernous areas for so long. So, now it's time to get back into the story and try to use this key. And of course, I forgot to open my PDF, so that's awesome. But that's all right. Just take me a brief moment. One moment, please. We are at 2-046. Oops. All right. Okay, 2-046 is the room. Alrighty. Oh, we also found a signet ring that shows the symbol of House Thongolier. I don't know what that means, but maybe it'll get us some gold. And now we start back up with 8 Petals Argent. Oh, wait. Okay, I have all the information in my notes. Awesome. So, we've already searched everything and we're going to leave. We need to add a minute to our time to leave. Alrighty. So, you're in a long passageway with a right angle bend in it. The northern end passes by an east-facing doorway. Okay, so we're actually standing in that east-facing doorway. So we want to head north. Heading north, we add another minute. What are we at now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 14, 17, 19, 21 plus 58 is 79 minutes. All right, so we're 79 minutes in. All right, I think we're doing good, hopefully. We have the seal now. That's the important thing. All right, the north-south passage briefly widens to 20 feet in this location where it intersects with another passage running southwest to northeast. The widened portion of the passage contains a set of dust-covered handcarts, their wheels locked in place by rust. A distant red glow twinkles far up the north passageway. The southern passageway must be subtle, uptrending grade. A thin stream of water flows from it into this intersection, then flows to the northeast, which also grades downward slightly. You see a door on the eastern wall of the southern passage about 20 feet away from you. Okay. So, I'm a little bit turned around. So, all right, this is our original map that we got from a friend. So we're right here. So this northern part, and okay, so here we go. So this can't enter room is the room we want. The door we saw was here. This can't enter room to the left was the door that we saw. This intersection here on the first map says death mold. But I don't know. And this one over here says dangerous guardian. So is the death mold here or over here? Is it in the intersection we need to go to? The other thing is, do we want to try to head forward? The red glow could be a bad thing, but there might be a back door. I don't know. What do y'all think? So, all right, we'll go north. Why not? I'm a little worried about the concept of a death mold and if it is that close. All right. So we'll head north. You're in a north-south passageway that has a short turn in it, as though going around something within the stone before continuing north in its original direction. Ooh, that might be the room. At the turn, there is an archway on the western wall. You can see a large room beyond, but a mysterious force seems ready to prevent you from walking through the empty space. Red runes glow over the archway. All right, so we can examine the archway and follow the passage north. Okay, so there's probably something that we need. We also saw a room with a staged area that had a similar, like, thou shalt not pass kind of area. So I'm thinking it is probably that same vibe. But I want to see if the Deepwinter Vault door is on the left. But I'm gonna follow passage north by adding a minute. Well, let's look at the archway. We weren't here before, so let's just go north. I think the archway is something we're gonna have to figure out later, but I don't want to waste a minute now. The north-south passage has doorways to the north and west. The north doorway is at the top of a long set of stairs, so we're going to go to the west doorway. This 20-foot square room contains the remnants of a mechanical lifting device, a mechanism that once raised and lowered a platform between this level and some area above it. Oh, this might be an escape route. Mortar and stone pack the hole in the ceiling, a result likely achieved by magic. Oh. Beneath the former hole, the lifting mechanism remains intact, but now useless from rust. The gears no longer spin. The lifting platform, a circular stage 10 feet in diameter, will never rise again. Okay, I guess it's not our escape route. Well, fine. So we add a minute. It looks like we're going to have to go around... Why are you not... Apologies, Foundry was being weird for a moment. Foundry's being super weird right now, so. Maybe it's because I have it popped out. Whatever art was there is no longer there. Okay, I'm confused. Nope. Let's look at this again. Yeah, well. Whatever it was, it's gone now. Sad face. Alright, so we're going to have to head back down south. We're going to go back to... And we need to add some time. Oops. Alrighty. So we head south. Well, we can... Well, if there's no entry... Oh, there was another door. And this guy shows that there's rooms up there, and he didn't have any notes on it. So I suppose we could have looked. But I worked so hard to get this stupid key. I want to go figure out where the key goes. So we will head back down southwest. All right, so we're in a north-south corridor, the north end of which curves northeast, the south end which curves southwest. This area has two doorways, one leading northwest and one at the passage southwest end. Okay, yeah. Okay. 4 sepulchre doors line in the hall, 2 on either side. Each one bears a sigil of some kind, indicating that only members of that association are buried within. I still think it's annoying that you have to spend a minute to see what these symbols are before choosing whether or not to get into the door. That is a little bit of annoying game design for me. But we already have our MacGuffin. We're going to just keep going south. Well, hopefully I didn't get turned around. Alright, you approach the door. Wait, how did I approach this door? Oh, wait. Did I hit a wrong button? It says that I am approaching a door with a star. Okay, so I thought we were here and then we moved down this way. Apparently, that makes me think we're really definitely going to find out whatever this death mold thing is. So, that's not fun. Alright, You approach the iron door and see that it bears a star. The engraved pattern of a star. Its sturdy hinges are set into the stone of the wall. The door has a heavy lock with a tiny rusted keyhole visible on this side. I can attempt to pick the lock. And I can attempt to force it. I will try to pick the lock because, you know, I am what I am. I am a rogue. So let's Where's my... There it is. Oh, I can't even see that die. All right, that's an 8. All right, but we can try again. I will try again because apparently this is... Oh, no, there was another door. All right, this north-south corridor. I chose... There was a northwest door. I want to try one more time. Why not? Let's do it. If it doesn't work this time, then we'll go. Well, it did not work that time. Okay, that is a sign that I should stick to the Deepwinter Vault, the Deepwinter Seal. I have a job. I need to just do that job and stop worrying about all this other stuff. So that's another 2 minutes for those 2 tries. All right, we'll go back to that northwest door. You approach the northwest-facing doorway at the northern end of the passage. You find that it bears the engraved pattern of a storm cloud. Its sturdy hinges are set in the stone of the wall. The door has a heavy lock with a tiny rusted keyhole. Oh my god! How did I get trapped in this little area of just nothing but... I thought I could turn around this way, but it appears that I can't? Did I hit the wrong... I might have hit the wrong chapter. Alright, well... Well, let's try to pick this lock because now I'm confused at where I am. I'm turned around. Turned around. Everywhere I look, there's a door with the symbol. All right, a 16. That's what I need. Okay. So we do add 1 minute for that. Alrighty. You are in a passage extending from the northwest to the southeast. The other end of the passageway leads northwest down a rough-cut stairway. If you have the event code all clear now, go immediately to 2056. If you do not have the code, but instead have the code something's in the air. Oh, if I have neither of these codes. Okay, this is the death mold, I think. Great. I have none of those things. A thick mustard-colored mold grows on the floors, walls, and ceiling here, covering the entire length of the passage, including the stairway, a stretch of about 50 feet. Wispy spores float in the air like a dandelion seeds, on a late summer day. Oh, God, we were told not to come here. Death mold. Oh, no. And I think I'm alone here. I don't think anyone's in the chat. I need your support, people. Alrighty, so. Alright, intelligence check to see if we recognize this. Nature. Come on, roll high, roll high, roll high. Nat 20! Alright, so... Ace told me about this, right? I've heard stories about this, but the nat 20 definitely, even though that's a 19 total. There we go. Okay, if you recognize substance, go to. All right, you are looking at yellow mold. This growth is the bane of adventurers the world over because it can raise a cloud of poison spores when agitated. You've never heard of yellow mold growing as thickly or covering as much surface as field here. Going forward is a recipe for instant death. Yellow mold has 2 weaknesses, sunlight and fire. Unable to produce true sunlight, you can ignite this patch to make the tunnel passable instead. And then we get the event Dark Botany. All right, light it up. I've got a torch. Okay. Mark off that torch. Knowledgeable event dark botany. If you possess knowledge of the substance, this code lets you make use of it by going to 282. Knowing that yellow mold is susceptible to fire, you consider burning it away to make the passage safer. Near. If you have a lit torch or you can cast a spell that inflicts fire damage within a range of 30 feet or left, you can attempt to light the mold from a short distance away. Far. If you have a spell that can inflict fire damage with a range farther than 30 feet, you can attempt to light the mold for a greater distance. Well, okay. So the near part is kind of scary. Well, maybe I can run? The fact that they have a difference between near and far just makes me think that near is going to cause problems because, hello, toxic fumes. But let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? She's a bad adventurer. You light the mold and move back from it as quickly as you can. Despite this precaution, you are unprepared for the speed and ferocity with which the mold burns. You feel a blast of hot air as spores and fire billow past you, leaving a cloud of thick, toxic smoke. Yeah, that's what I thought. Make a constitution saving throw against poison. Aha! I'm a dwarf. I have resistance to poison. So I get advantage on that save. Um, 14 or lower. Nope, that's a 15. 18 total. Awesome. Okay, so no damage if you pass your save. You have filled the corridor with a persistent cloud of toxic spores and smoke, which doesn't seem to be dispersing. Add the event something in the air. Replace the X with this in this code with a number equal to 90 plus your current number of interval minutes. When your current interval of minutes reaches that sum, replace this code with all clear now. Oh my god, it's not going to clear for 90 minutes. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to go back around. At least I do know that there is another way around. Oh, that's crappy. All right, something is in the air. 90 plus whatever. I'm at 85 minutes, so clear in 90 plus, what did I say, 85? 85 minutes. I want to be out of here by then, okay? So we're going to have to go around. But I've already been around, so I know how I can do that. All right. 227. So it's funny because it says to brave additional smoke and spores heading toward northwest end of the tunnel, go to part 206. But the thing is I am on the northwest side of the tunnel. Spore-laden smoke drifts in the air, forming a thick haze that makes it hard to see. The cloud seems to be clinging to you, and the smell of it promises to leave a highly toxic residue on your body. Well, I'm going to click northwest because I need to get northwest. Oh, it does say covering your face as best you can. You can venture into the smoke-filled passage. You will have to hold your breath until you get to the other side. Exposed to toxic spores, you must make a constitution saving throw against poison. Roll with advantage if you have hold breath racial trait. I don't. On a result of 11 or lower, you take 2d6 poison damage. All right, I'm like, if that maxed out, I'd be very, very hurt. So I guess here it does give you the option to retreat or continue. So would Doman try to, we've already said she kind of likes the easy route, and heading back the way we were going might be easier. like, walking through this, is she cocky enough to think that she's not going to get hurt? I think I do have a potion of minor healing I could take that will help me a little bit. So I think we're going to say turn around instead, but we're going to do this. We're going to roll another Constitution saving throw. And hope we pass. Nice. Yes, 21. Look, she's also a dwarf, okay? She's racially prepared for dark tunnels and creepy molds. I guess? Maybe. And it is another saving throw against poison, so alright, so she's just gonna walk through it. She's puts a handkerchief around her mouth and does that breathing thing you do like scuba divers do so you get lots of air in your chest, and then heads through. So you're at the top of the passage that stretches northwest to the southeast. Heavy toxic smoke fills the air. The door here leads to the southeast, has a storm cloud pattern of it. Wait, oops, I think... Oh, I accidentally... Wait, what? Okay, so this is sending me back to the storm door, which I have opened and which I need to mark down that is opened. What did I do? I said, I think I opened the storm door and the sunshine door. Okay. But I think I went in the wrong direction. Wait. Why is it saying the door to the southeast has a storm cloud? I thought that's another one? Oh, I guess this is like the storm cloud area. So there's one on each side. I'm confused. No. So the northeast side is the one that leads me back to where I wanted to be. You're in a T-shaped intersection, the main tunnel running from the northwest to the southeast. A thick fungus coating mires the walls, ceiling, and floor of the southeast passage. Ahead of it, someone has arranged a collection of stones in the shape of a skull, perhaps a warning about the danger of the fungus in the southeast route. In the center of the northwest to southeast tunnel, another passage branches off to the northeast, ascending a set of rough cut stairs. Okay, so the last time we were in this area, there was the stone, the skull-shaped stone. So either I got turned around or they mixed up their links. All right, so we want to go to the rough cut stairs, I think. This is an oddly formed area. The east end of this passage ends at a doorway. A dusty wooden chest sits at the end of the westward passage. A set of rough-cut stairs leads downwards to the southwest. 5 catacomb alcoves cut their way into the northern and southern walls of the hallway. There are fewer linen-wrapped skeletons than usual stacked in the last alcove on the right. Yes, this is where we are here. So this is where Ace grabbed her skeleton friends and she set them up in her garden to like talk to and stuff. So this is definitely where we're back at. This is where we fought like some kind of blood-sucking insect creature. Okay, so we just want to go to the doorway. All right, there we are. This is it. This is it. Frosty, where are you? We found the door. As you approach the doorway, you feel a sense of unease, as though the door itself is a malevolent presence. The iron bears the etched symbol of House Deepwinter, a snow-capped mountain with a large stylized snowflake above and to the left of the mountain peak. In the style typical of Waterhavian nobility, the symbol appears inside the outline of a shield. Long streaks of rust reach from the cut lines of the symbol down to the bottom half of the door, and wispy lichen grows in the deepest recesses of the carving. Instead of a keyhole, the complex lock on this door has a depression that, when filled with a precisely shaped item, will deactivate the lock. And we have it. We have the snowflake. This is good. Sense. It gives you an option. If you have design, sense, or detect good and evil, you can cast it now. I know it's evil. Ooh. It made that other guy go crazy. And I think he killed himself. So that's not cool. To bypass the door by pressing the snowflake emblem, spend a minute. I kind of read past all the others, and I'm going to say we're going to add 3 minutes because I did a lot of travel. And usually they all have at a minute. You enter a rectangular room, 50 by 30 feet in dimension. Standing sarcophagi line the walls. A few fragments of faded blue paint still cling to parts of the walls, but most of it has eroded away, leaving the natural stone to show through. The room has a doorway on the west end and a curtain of power covering the otherwise open archway to the east end. A curtain of power. If you have the event code Deepest Winter, go to 218. Well, we don't. Oh, the moment you enter the room, the lid of one of the sarcophagi falls forward and a cadaver lurches forward from it. The hideous thing crouches momentarily, contemplating you and working its oversized maw of fangs. Through its scraps of clothes, you can see wiry muscles tense and flex under ossified knobs of the creature's fatty flesh. This undead creature rushes you, hissing, hungry for your flesh. It will attempt to coat you in its bloody bile before trying to grab you with its long-nailed fingers, hoping to pull you in for a bite. Oh, no. 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 It's probably immune to poison. Can I get it to go running into the poison room? All right. So that's initiative. Fun. I'm just gonna, rather than build a whole new thing, a whole new world. What do we call it? Abominable cadaver. And we'll just pop this in there. Okay. So. We'll roll initiative. Where are you? And then this one has a +1. Oh, thank God. I only rolled a 2, but I rolled a 3. So, I get to go first. And what do I have? I have a short sword, a spear. That fine spear. That's right. I found a fine spear. So, a short sword and a dagger. I can only pull one out at a time. So, let's attack with the short sword to start. And I don't have any bonus actions because I am only level 1. Will this be the death of Doman? Hopefully not. 15. Okay, their AC is 11. So, let's roll some damage. And I don't get sneak attack because I'm level 1. All right, 6 points on him. So he now has 7 HP. So we'll put 13 minus 6. And so now he has 7 left, and it's his turn now. His actions, bloody bile, which is what he's going to try and do. The cadaver leaves a spray of bloody vomit onto you while you are within 10 feet of it. You must make a DC 8 Constitution saving throw or gain the poison condition. Okay, again, I have advantage on... Okay, yeah, double 17s. That's awesome. So I have advantage on that, so he can't poison me. You repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns to get rid of this condition. Oh, wait. Oh, if I fail it, right? Okay. Alternatively, you can remove it immediately if you get at least 1 hit point of magical healing. Okay. So, and he does not have multi-attack. So now it is my turn again. And we're gonna... I didn't even put any cool combat music on. Where's my combat? Music is Iban Dut. Let's do Bloodied Sword. I don't know what that is, but let's play it. Alrighty. So then Doman's going to come back with a short sword, and now this time for free action is also going to pull out the dagger. So we're going to get 2 attacks. The short sword is the first main attack. I can't see that dice. Oh, but that's a 21 to hit. That definitely hits. Okay, regular damage is only 3 points. But we're going to follow up with the dagger. Now with offhand attack, you don't get to... Ooh, oh, that's a miss. Damn it. All right. So this creature, it gets to see whether it gets its vomit back. It does not. So it is going to come at me, let's see, with sharpened fingernails. +3 to hit. 1d4 damage. All right. +3. My AC is 13, so it's going to roll a 10 or higher. Ooh, it does definitely rolls 10 or higher. So 1d4 + 1. Piercing damage. And unless you are an elf, the... Oh. So unless you are an elf, the abominable cadaver has advantage on its next gnashing bite attack against you before its next turn. Okay, it doesn't have multi-attack, though. So... that's funny. So I guess we'll just make sure we'll just have it bite next time. We'll say that it's sort of got me, and it says before its next turn, so I don't know why that is, but all right. But we're gonna go back in with a short sword. That'll hit. Yes, that'll hit. All right, we only need to do 3 points of damage. Which that is, right? 6 and... No, we need 1 more. Okay, hit with the dagger this time. Because you need this to survive. Alright. Yes, that hits. And then we only needed 1 point of piercing damage anyway. So... 3 + 3 + 1 + 6 is 13. So we win as we... It is trying to scrape at us with its disgusting claws. And I did not put my damage in. 5 points of damage. Okay. As it tries to like pull me closer and take a gigantic bite. I'm able to kind of slice at its what's left of its thigh with my sword, and then just drive my dagger deep up into its chest, where whatever's left of its black heart is. And that's that. Alrighty. Alrighty, so there's that. It has some great combat music for that. Let's see if we've got some. There's a song called Sneaky Night. Let's do that one. Desecrated ground. Unless you have the code Rest in Peace, this area is desecrated. The abominable cadaver has advantage on all saving throws and doubles its wisdom saving throw bonus to resist channel divinity features or effects that would apply the frightened condition. During battle, if you can first identify the source of the desecration by casting Detect Good and Evil or using Divine Sense, you can then use another action to expend a vial of holy water or holy oil, removing the taint from this area. If you do this, the abominable cadaver loses the desecration benefits described here, and you must add the event code Rest in Peace. Okay, well, I don't have any of that, so combat conclusion. If you win, the creature dies dramatically. Its fatty pustules give one last throb before the body explodes. The creature's skull spins as it bounces across the floor, and its body parts cartwheel through the air in opposite directions. You take a moment to inspect the aftermath of the battle. You notice that the cadaver's forearm has landed near the eastern archway, where a curtain of power has parted as though it is in response to its proximity. You approach the arm to inspect it. Blood oozes from the intact hand. Reading the archaic runes above the archway, something clicks in your mind. My blood alone may rest within. By blood alone may pass this stone, the runes say. The blood in this creature's arm must be the answer to the riddle. You kick the forearm away from the passage, and the curtain of power descends once more. You feel its mystic force pushing you back from the opening. Deciding this piece of the corpse must be important. You wrap the cadaver forearm in one of the drier pieces of its shredded clothing, and you take it with you. Okay, cadaver arm. Awesome. Well, now we have 2 doorways that we know that can be opened with the blood of the Deepwinter blood or whatever. Awesome. You know, the first few sessions of this were a lot of like wandering and feeling very, very lost. And this, I finally feel like we're getting there. Okay. Oh, that's all right. So let's edit this. All right. Heading. So it's really fun with alrighty. It did not tell me to give me a thing. Okay. I heard we were screaming, and I don't know if it's just the music in here or something my roommate's watching on TV. But, alright, so the cadaver's hand contains the blood of Deepwinter family. There's no Q in family. Alrighty, so around the room you are in, alcoves contain 9 standing sarcophagi. Each of these stone caskets has remnants of a coating of paint, faded and cracked. A single sarcophagus is now open, the one in the middle of the northern wall, its lid having fallen forward to disgorge its resident. You can unlatch and remove the stone door into each of these standing sarcophagi by adding 1 minute to your interval time for each one opened. You can open each door only once. Note that sarcophagus 3 is already open. You can search it without adding to your interval time. All right, cool. I do want to search these because this is where we need to be. We're looking for the crest. So the first one I'm going to look at is the one that's open. That's 3. This sarcophagus is one of the abominable cadavers sprang from. It holds a dusty plaque that reads, Triskaton Deepwinter, and a child's toy, a top for spinning with 4 faces it can land on, happy, sad, wrathful, and dead. If you wish to take it, the copper plaque is worth 5 silver. Note that you have searched sarcophagus 3 and return. Okay. I'm just going to copy these notes because this feels a little bit more prescient than... Alrighty. So we'll return. Now, we don't need to spend a minute for that one. But we do need to spend a minute for each one that we go in. So, might as well go clockwise. So 4 and 5. 4. The skeleton in this sarcophagus is missing its head. A dusty copper plaque reads, Evalin Endel Deepwinter. No creepy toy in that one. Okay, we're going to go to 5. As you begin to slide away the heavy stone door, a diseased rat escapes from it, scampering away. This movement causes a small puff of virulent spores to billow out from the slight opening. Note that you have reached sarcophagus 5, okay? Then make a constitution saving throw against poison. Okay. Well, again, dwarf. You know, this dwarf thing was completely just by whim. So I'm glad it's working out so much with all this poison going on. All right. I passed that. To continue opening the lid despite the spores. Yeah, I'm going to do it. You complete the task of removing the door from the face of the sarcophagus, resulting in a heavy deluge of spores. Make another one. Oh, this one's going to be 15 or higher. On a result of 14 or lower, you take 2d10. Oh. Wow. Okay, well, maybe this was a bad idea. I've been doing really well so far, but it only takes 1 to miss it. Oh, famous last words. Oh my god. Double 5s. Okay. Alright, 2d10. Please roll double 1s because I only have 9 hit points. And that's 11. I think I just died. The deadly spores cling to you, infecting you with their toxic misery. More spores land on your body, coating you with this stuff. Your vision fades as you fight for your life, unsuccessfully. Your life and your quest end here. Well, that happened. That sucks. Got a little cocky there at the end. We're gonna have to figure out what we want to do. If we want to continue and just reload the save, so to speak. Oh wait, it's poison damage. Do I take half damage on that? Because if I take half damage, I'll survive. Mostly I just pay attention to the advantage on the save. But yeah, no, if I'm resistant to poison, I actually take half that damage. I'm not dead! So that would be 5 points of damage, rounded down. Still not great. Not great at all. I meant to take that healing potion before I opened a bunch of stuff, but I got too excited. So that happened. All right, so where were we? Where did we leave off? Let's look at my notes because I definitely went too far. 195. Okay. All right. You have 1 turn in which to act, and you must repeat the saving throw. On a result of 15 or higher, you take no damage and you lose the poison condition. On a result of 14 or lower, you take an additional bit of poison damage. And you must repeat the saving throw at the end of the turn. Continue the process until you reach 0 hit points. You lose the poison condition with a successful saving throw, or you remove the poison condition with some feature, item, or effect that you possess. All right, let me look at the... What's my... Dwarven Resilience. You have advantage on saves against poison and resistance against poison damage. You have advantage on saving... Okay, that's it. That's more details is just that. Okay, so I just have to save on it. All right, so I'm gonna 1 turn is to take that healing potion that I got. Where is it? There it is. This thin, rust-colored liquid feels gritty to drink. The potion heals 1 hit point when consumed, plus an additional 1 hit point at the start of the imbiber's turn for the next 1d4 rounds. Oh, well, that's not really enough. But let's see how many rounds that is. So 1d4. Let's roll a 4. Okay, 3. So we get 4 total hit points from this thing. But right now we only get 1. Oh god, this is a death spiral. All right, I still have advantage. Shake it off. Nat 20. Okay, this is another turn, so I get another. Oops. I can also take a short rest someplace. It does say in the rules that if there's like a place that you can take a short rest, and this might be the place. Okay. So we lost the poison condition. You give the spores time to settle before inspecting the contents of the sarcophagus. Mold of some kind fills the interior. You find nothing else within. The toxic growth has entirely consumed the corpse. Oh my god, all that for nothing! I should have maybe gone to the non-poisonous ones first, and then if there was nothing in there, gone back. Alright, well, I got another point of... I'm going to just add the other 2. Well, that's a thing that happened. Alright. I'm going to check one more and take a short rest. Which is an hour. Oh, God. That leaves us with like 45 minutes. All right, I need the thing that's in here. So we did 5. Let's go to 6. 2 skeletons rest in this sarcophagus. The plaque reads, Mia and Shirleria, Deepwinter. A shiny mess kit gleams under a layer of dust. The collected utensils of the Electra mess kit are worth 2 gold. I'm taking all this stuff because A, I'm a rogue, and B, I used all my gold. and see, because they're Deepwinter stuff. I kind of want to use it as like a like proof. I got in. Namia Deepwinter. Oops. I have a feeling that what I want is going to be past one of those doorways. So it's another 2 minutes. Okay, search 8. There's nothing inside. I put my hands around to make sure nothing happened. The skeleton going to 7. The skeleton in this sarcophagus is missing its lower jaw. Its upper jaw, a single golden tooth, gleams through the dust. The dirty plaque here reads Cloth Deepwinter. Cool. All right, so take that. So my whole reason for being here is to raid this place. All right, so I just have 1 and 2 left. The skeleton wears an ancient holy symbol around the neck. A thin chain with a medallion of a skull biting a scroll. A dusty copper plaque reads Rality Deepwinter. I don't know if it's a good idea to take a holy symbol, especially one of a skull biting a scroll, but I feel like it's at least good to notice. Oops, nope, I did that one already. And the last one is also empty, so we'll just... not even a naming plaque. Okay, so that's... shit. There's nothing in here. This is where I was told to go. But in my travels, I have noticed a bunch of arches. The fastest way to go is through the mold room. But of course, that's another Constitution saving throw, which I've been doing fairly well. But I'm very hurt. So I might need to make... yeah. I'm going to have to wait. I'm going to take a short rest. I can't keep running through here. Without resting first. I'm at 8 hit points. All right, so we'll do the short rest. We only have 1 hit die. Roll high. Okay. 8. That's not bad. That's not bad. That does bring me up to 16 hit points. And because of the aid spell cast earlier, I do have 5 over my max available. So that's good. All right. All right. So we had 60 minutes. Okay, so we're at 79, 78, 85, 93 plus 60. There's 153 minutes. All right. So that's not enough to make the area clear out. And I don't want to waste the extra half an hour we need. Excuse me. Well, yeah, so it'd be like 22 minutes we'd have to wait to clear out that area. And I don't want to wait for it. Oh, in the center of the eastern wall, a tall archway leads out to a hallway. Red runes glow above the arch. In the western wall is a sturdy-looking black iron door marked with a symbol of House Deepwinter, a snow-capped mountain, with a large stylized snowflake above. And the left of the mountain peak, looking directly at this door, gives you a sense of unease. Oh, no, wait, that's already... Wait. Yeah, that's where we were. But we can go to the archway. You approach the archway in the eastern wall. Glowing red runes over the door read, "My blood alone may rest within. My blood alone may pass the stone," in archaic common. As you get close, bearing the cadaver's forearm, the shimmering in the air disperses, allowing you to pass through. Okay. All right, so we're able to pass through. Oh! I don't have to go through the mold room again. It's showing me the same map that I went through before. This is the back door. I do not have to go through the mold room. That's amazing. I'm so excited. Oh, God. All right, so now we exit that way. There were 2 rooms north that we didn't go to. And so okay, so when we look at this map, this is the archway, can't enter a room. This is the room we went into, and then there is another room up there, but that's not what we want. This blocked stage is what we want. That's our next place. So that's where we're going to head. And if I remember correctly, it's a fairly clear path, so hopefully we won't get hurt. Okay. Here we are. We're going in. Frosty, I wish you were here. I hope you're not waiting on Twitch for me, because I definitely forgot to turn off my schedule on Twitch. Okay. Alrighty. So now we're going to head in. We're going to follow the trail we know. Go to the south. Adds a minute. And then we know that we want to head south again. And then we know that we're going to want to... So we're heading south. We look down in these old stone walls. We head south. We get to another intersection. And we know that to the right is that mold room that we burned up. And to the left, it said on the dead guy's map that it was a terrible monster or something there. So we don't want to go there. So we're going to just keep heading south. We're going to pass by the holding cell where we found the snowflake. And hopefully I still have the snowflake on me. Like I would if I could get it out of the door. But if it stays in the door, it stays in the door. So now we go past the holding cell. We go past... and we go around a corner. So this is 3 minutes. All right. And then we enter a large room. It's over 100 feet long and 40 feet wide. There's a few inches of thin fog that swirl over the stone floor, moving as though pushed by some breeze you cannot feel. The north end of the room is a risen area, like a stage. Piles of bone rest at the base of the rise. Behind the stage stone pulpit, you can see a stairway descending to the east. Above the stage, on a curved arch, are lines of red glowing runes. The rest of the room is full of pulpy lumps that might once have been wooden chairs arranged in neat rows. On the east side of the room are 5 sepulchre doors, each marked with a symbol of a different guild, alongside the snow-capped mountain symbol of House Deepwinter. You don't know what the state the city's guild's politics were in centuries ago when this catacomb was in use, but it is unlikely that these powerful guilds would use this place for burial in this day and age. Okay, I was in this room before. We're going to keep going, And we now have the marking, the thing. So we're going to go to the archway. All right. Inspect the stage. The runes over the stage read, "My blood alone may rest within, my blood alone may pass the stone," in archaic comic. So another little quirk, it says if you have the code Deepest Winter, go to part whatever, which we were not yet given that code, but I know we have it because we walked through the first arch door. As you approach the stage, a shimmering haze in the air parts like an opening gate. You move tentatively through the now empty space, stepping up onto the stage. There's a pulpit and a stairway descending into water. Water. Why did it have to be water? More water. We have not looked at this pulpit, so we'll look at the pulpit. You search the pulpit and discover a slim box containing a monogrammed antique pen set, worth 2 gold. All right, well. No one here is going to use it. I'm waiting for one of these items I take to be cursed. Alrighty. Go to 266. As you approach the stage, a shimmering haze on the air parts. Oh, we did that. To descend the stairs into the brackish water. Sensing your prize close at hand, you decide to take this route only after having completed all the exploration you want to do in any other parts of the catacombs. Now, there was a ton in the catacombs to look at and see and do. Lots of rooms, probably more gold. But I should have made, with all the things I've grabbed, I should have made back my 10 gold. And I want to get out. So let's go. You descend the stairs at the back of the stage into the water below. The chamber you descend to is about 20 feet square. The flooded space provides only a few inches of air at the rough ceiling. A faint light illuminates the area, spilling through a crack in the northern wall. The crack looks just wide enough for you to squeeze through. If you are using a torch, a lantern, or the burning light source, taking it to the moderate means dousing the light. Search. If you have not yet done so, you can add 2 minutes to your interval to search this flooded area. I will do that. Alrighty. In the northwest corner of this flooded room, you find a significant pile of bones, some of them animal and others humanoid. You are preparing to dig through the submerged detritus when you see movement behind the pile. Oh no. A serpent's head slowly rises from behind the bones, its unnatural eyes locking with yours. Oh no. There's something unnatural about the eyes of this fat aquatic serpent. This creature moves to strike. The undead serpent tries to bite you repeatedly. It will only try to constrict you if you move away from it. Map. If you begin this encounter 10 feet from the undead serpent, remember you are underwater for this fight, and the ambient illumination here counts as dim light. So I have disadvantage on my strikes, I think, because of underwater combat. I don't know that a short sword. I think a short sword is at disadvantage, but a dagger should be a regular strike. Let's do another. Open. We'll just add to the bottom of this. Undead serpent. Oh, does that not work? And all right. So it's got 7 hit points. Okay, that's not bad. And an armor class of 12. All right, regeneration. Oh, the undead serpent regains 1 hit point at the start of its turn if it has at least 1 hit point. Okay. All right. It's going to keep trying to bite. Damage resistance. Ooh. It's resistant to magic attacks from non-magical weapons. All right, its bite does 3 piercing damage and 1 necrotic damage. Unless you are resistant or immune to necrotic damage, your hit point maximum is also reduced by 1, and the undead serpent regains 1 hit point. Oh no! Oh no, this is going to be bad. This is going to be very bad. Alright, well, let's see if I can get it out with the first strike. Let's roll our initiative. And let's get some... we've got our dripping cave. We got our... Where's some... Alright, let's do a skeleton battle. Why not? It's got some good drums going on. Alright, we're going to roll initiative. Why are you not rolling initiative? Alright, how about I just roll a d20? There we go. Alright, ooh, that's good. So that's a total of dirty 20. So as long as he doesn't roll, as long as the serpent doesn't roll a nat 20, we're good. Awesome. All right, so I pull out my short sword and I go at him. With disadvantage because I am underwater. Double 3s. I miss. So now it's his turn. He does not get any kind of disadvantage because he's probably conceivably he's conceivably very good at this. However, he rolled a nat 1. So we're doing great. My heavy, dense dwarven body kind of pulls me down. I hold my breath. And I just reach out to strike again, this time pulling my dagger out of its sheath. And making 2 attacks, both at disadvantage. But... okay. This is not going to go well for me. I might need to get out of the water. No, dagger's not at disadvantage because it's a pointy weapon. But that's still an 8. All right, you know what? I am going to try and get away. The snake is going to try to constrict me because I need to get out of the water. This is... if I can get him up on land, maybe I can do something. But this is nuts. So his attack is +3. Ooh! That's an 8. That does not hit. So I'm able to swim away, like kind of almost using my weapons as a distraction as I bolt out of there. This is... it does have a map somewhere. So I can look at the exact... because I only have half my movement. Alright, so it looks like 5, 10... looks like 10 feet gets me out of the water. So that takes me 20 feet to get there. So I'm just outside of the area. On the stairs. So I have the high ground. So it can still come up and attack me. But at least now I'm no longer at disadvantage because I'm fighting in the water. Awesome. It's going to go. It's going to come up at me and strike at me. Oh, that'll hit. So I take 3 piercing damage and 1 necrotic damage, and my so does this take off the aid? No, we'll take it off of this one. Okay. We need to do the maximum override. Why won't you let me do this? Alright, I don't know what it's doing, but we now have 15 hit points. And our max is 16 because of the aid. Oh wait, no, that's just a necrotic, and then the other is 3 points. I'll just put this here. 7 on the snake, and Domin max equals 11. All right. Now that was the snake's turn, so I'm gonna go again. I have my short sword and my dagger in my hand, and now that I'm out of the water, I'm going to reach out and touch someone. That almost was a miss. I was very scared when I saw that before. Alright, but an 18 will hit. Awesome. It does half damage because it's immune, but that's still 3 points of damage. So it does say that Undead Serpent regains 1 hit point. So even though it bit me, I hadn't hurt it yet. So it doesn't go above its max, which is really good to know. And now my dagger. Just always doing the 1-2 attack. 15. Its AC is 12. Awesome. So kind of slicing and digging in. I only do 1 point of damage because it is resistant, but that's still 4 points of damage. Now, it is going to gain 1 more point of hit points because it is undead, and it regains 1 at the start or end of its turn. Yeah, at the start of its turn, if it has at least 1, it gains 1 hit point. All right. So it's going to try to reach out and touch me. Please miss. Please miss. Please miss. Please miss. Please miss. That is not a miss. All right. So this is a bite. So it does 3 piercing and 1 necrotic. So I take 4 points of damage. It regains another. And my max goes down by 1. All right. It's not cool. All right, Domin, you got to hit. You got to hit and do max damage because I don't know that we're going to get out of this if you don't. All right, short sword, normal. How do I get advantage? I don't know how I can get advantage when it's a 1v1. Unless I run and hide. Okay, so that's 2 points of damage on the cadaver. And maybe I can run and hide, but I don't want to... I don't want to risk... so it gets -2, but then a +1 on its turn. Oh, this is going to be one of those fights, isn't it? Alright, so it's only down by 1. I need to do 12 points of damage to it in 1 round, and I don't know that I can. That's the thing. I don't know that I can. I'm just a squishy rogue. Alright, it's going to attack me, and I might have to try and reach out, like, run and hide. Alright. Shit. Alright. It hit me. So another 4 points of damage. Oops. And it's back to max again. It's back to max hit points. Alright. I'm going to action, disengage. I can't bonus action stealth. I'm only level 1. What is its movement speed? Okay, its speed is 30 feet. My speed is 25. There's nowhere I can go that isn't going to... I only have one action. Dude. All right. All right. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. I'm going to try to run away from him. And use my action to hide. So basically, I'm going to run up the stairs and like into the pile of bones or something and attempt to hide from him. So it does get an attack of opportunity. Please miss. Please, 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 please miss. Because it's going to go for the grapple. It's going to go for the constrict. Shit. All right. All right. But I don't even get an escape from that. No, it hitting me is enough. All right, so... All right, I think I'm gonna die, y'all. I'm a rogue. I don't know what to do. What do I have? I mean, I've got nothing. Even with 2 attacks, I can't do 14 points of damage in a round or 12 points of damage in a round. This is tough. What CR is this? Because this ain't no... I mean, I did miss a couple of times. All right, well, it's got me grappled. Which doesn't actually really make a whole lot of difference, except my movement is now 0, so I can't try to run again. I only have 1 hit point left. I've got nothing. So it's now its turn, and it is going to bite me and probably kill me. Oh, it missed! It missed! Okay. I can't move, but I still have 2 attacks. Oh my god. Come on. 14. Yes, its AC is 12. Okay. Do max. That's not max damage. Okay, so it only takes 2 points of damage. Like, it didn't even give me a magic weapon in here somewhere. I know I found a nice spear, but... Does spear do more damage? Alright, follow up with a dagger attack. My last bit of energy. And I miss. And it's gonna eat me now. Oh, it didn't. It missed. Oh my god. How is it missing me when it's got me wrapped up? Okay. Alright. So let me give it its 2 points of damage. And since it hasn't been biting me, it does get +1. So I'll just -1. Alright. I can't believe this battle is still going on. Alright, Doman. You've got to do it. You've got to do the thing. Please, please, please. That's not the thing. That's a second nat 1. But that'll hit. But a dagger's not doing the... It's not going to do it. Roll max damage. Alright, so 1 point of damage, which he's going to get back at the beginning of his next turn. Like, I'm just waiting to die at this point. I mean, I guess this is fine if you're a fighter or a barbarian. What's my AC? 13. Yeah, it hits. And I'm dead. And that's the end of the session. And that feels worse than dying from my own stupidity, if that makes sense. Like, this creature feels impossible for me to fight and impossible for me to run from. Like, there's I mean, if it didn't have that if it didn't have the regeneration or the regeneration when it bit me, maybe I could have slowly gotten it down. I mean, granted, I could have crit. If I had crit, that would have been amazing. But being a level 1 rogue, I have sneak attack, but the only way to get sneak attack is to get advantage on the attacks. And there's not a whole lot of ways to do that in a 1v1 fight. Like, the stealth was like the only thing I could think of, and that failed horribly. So, I don't know. That felt... What do you think? Was that a good fight? A bad fight? We were very close to the end. But I think Domin's tale is done. And maybe our time with 8 Petals Argent is done too, because I don't know that I want to go through all this again. This kind of felt like an impossible fight, especially for a level 1 character. So, but tell me what you think. Didn't seem like anybody was in the chat today, but that's all right. I will edit this down and have this posted, and in the comments we can talk about what we're gonna play next week. But at that time, I think my time here is done. Stick around in about 30 minutes. The premiere of the edited version of the first 8 Petals Argent session will be posted, and we can check it out and watch it together and have a great time. Anyway, thank you very much. I hope you all have a wonderful last day of the weekend. Bye.